Hi everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In today's video I'd just like to run through how we did on the automatic signals just using the standard trade management guidelines for yesterday, which was Wednesday the 11th. So these will be on the 4 eminis that we look at on 3-minute charts. So this is a YM chart. You can see these are the setups we had yesterday. The only automatic trade setup we had was this DP buy here. It was on a black STF, so that was okay for standard traders. Remember, I'll just zoom in a bit actually there. Remember, we use the STF color for standard traders, where blue is an uptrend, red is a downtrend, and black is flat, therefore you can buy or sell. So let's put the analysis on. It's really easy indeed. You can see here the market did indeed go up to the first target, where it would have been stopped out for a nice plus 2.4R. So a good result on the YM yesterday. On the ES, if I look at the ES, you can see it was a quiet day on the ES with actually no automatic setups. So a very quiet day on the ES. On the NQ, I'll just clear that chart off there. On the NQ we had a couple of setups here. This one, this TS3 sell, you can see is against a blue STF, so therefore standard traders would not consider that, so you would avoid that. The only one that standard traders, and I'll zoom in a bit here, standard traders would have considered, and this is one we were looking at in our trading room yesterday, was this automatic DP buy here. You can see it's on a black STF, so just like the YM, it was okay for standard traders to take, and as you can see here, the NQ came in here beautifully, went up to the first target for a lovely plus 3.4R profit. Remember, we use position sizing, and this adjusts the number of contracts or lots or shares we trade to keep the initial risk small and constant, and because of this, profits then relate directly to our initial risks or losses. So in this case, the profit of 3.4R means that the profit of $1,281 approximately was 3.4 times greater than the initial risk, which was $375 in this case. So this is why using correct position sizing is so important if you want to be a successful professional trader. If we go back and zoom out for the whole day, you can see that this DP buy setup here actually nailed the very low of the day for you. So it's a very nice situation to be in, where you were long from the very low of the day. So a good result on the NQ yesterday. And lastly, on the Russell Index, there was only one setup you can see here. This was a buy setup. This was a buy setup here with a blue STF. As I've already outlined, a blue STF means the large degree trend is up, therefore standard traders could consider this as a valid trade setup. So you would be entering here up to the first target, where a nice plus 2.8R profit was available. So as you can see yesterday, it was a very good day for the US E-minis for standard traders, with a nice profitable trade on the Russell Index there. We had a very nice trade on the YM there. Nothing on the ES, but also a very good trade on the NQ there as well. For the advanced traders among you, you can already see that we had an automatic setup here on the Russell Index, but if you weren't trading the Russell Index and you were, say, trading, for example, the YM, let's have a look and see whether there was a trade setup in and around that same time as well. So let's have a look at this decline down here using our Elliott wave tool. If I click on minor, click on choose swing high or low, click on here, you can see that this decline down here was actually a correction, an ABC correction, with the blue bar reversal bar coming in and around this minimum wave CWPT zone. If I zoom in a bit now and I look at volume, you can see this bar here went down very sharply. If I put the cursor on, this was actually one of our high volume VSA spike setups. You can see our volume indicator here turned red on this bar. Excuse me, got a bit of a cough there. So it was an indication of a high volume VSA spike. So we look to then the next bar to see whether we're reversing at a support zone in this case, and here we were. So in this case, advanced traders could have actually set up a trade setup in and around this low. initial target would have been the DP from the high, which was here. If I put the manual risk reward on in around this blue buy setup bar here, you can see there was a potential 3.5R profit there. And it also gave you confidence that this manual setup here was also at the same time as the automatic setup on the Russell Index. So this just shows you that even if you don't have all the automatic setups you wish, even though there was a nice one at the start of the day, you can use the more advanced tools in the software, in this case a combination of the Elliott wave pattern and our WPT targets with our high volume VSA setup in and around this low here. We're setting up a long trade. Our manual risk reward allowed us to use the correct position sizing to uncover a very profitable trade. So a good example in this video of a good day yesterday for our standard traders with some very good profits across the 4 eminis, but also a quick glimpse of some of the more advanced tools that the more advanced users can use to uncover some additional trade setups above and beyond just the standard and automatic ones.